You know when you're right about something from your previous video when you release and discovered that they've done the absolute bare minimum? Well, honestly, colour me not surprised to find out that Sonic Cross Shadow Generations, Sega releasing on the Nintendo Switch 2 at $50 is going to be doing the absolute bare minimum. Yes. If you thought maybe, just maybe, there was a hope, there was a pray, there was something maybe Sega will do to give Switch 2 console owners some exclusive content, like mini games, maybe exclusive levels for both Shadow Generations and Sonic Generations for that matter, in addition to upgraded frame rates and just looking a lot nicer. Well, take what I said and then just have those two instead. Yeah, for full price, which £50 is not really full price, but regardless, it's £50, so reasonably priced compared to like the $70 and $80 that we're seeing right now for the Switch 2 generation. I'm honestly not surprised, to be honest, that Sega is doing this, but I'm very disappointed in Sega essentially making people who, let's say, already own the Switch 1 version, you have to buy the Switch 2 version. Yes, you have to buy it again at full price just so that you can experience just two things that have changed with it. Like I said, there's nothing new with this. This is just the same package that you experienced last year, by the way. Did I mention that this game came out literally, like a year ago? Oh, and if you thought that was worse, take a look at this for the official revealing of Sonic Cross Shadow Generations as well. The Nintendo Switch 2 version does not come with a pre-order or early bonus purchase. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. But what I really want you all to look at is these next one. The Nintendo Switch version cannot be upgraded to the Nintendo Switch 2 version. The same applies to the DLC, which means, yes, like I said, you have to purchase this game full price at $50, and yeah, you cannot upgrade it if you have that Switch 1 version. But also, save data can be transferred from the Nintendo Switch version to the Switch 2 version, but not vice versa. So if you're already on the Switch 2 version, you can't just transfer it back to the Switch 1. It makes sense, but really, this other one as well is another one that I think is a big point as well. To start playing the physical edition of the game, which uses a keycard. Now, there has been a lot of backlash as well against physical editions not actually having the actual game on the card, but instead it's a game keycard that essentially lets you download it, and essentially if you want to play, you essentially have to insert the Switch 2 game keycard into the actual cartridge slot to basically play in order to verify it. At this point, they're basically just telling you, hey, just download the game instead to save the hassle. Really don't like where this is going, but I really do think this is important for people to understand that you cannot upgrade the Switch 2 version, and the physical edition is a keycard on a card. That's it. Nothing else. Anyways, back to what other James was saying. It's honestly just like... It's so frustrating, but it's also kind of not surprising at this point, because it's like, you come to expect something, but then when you see it's the total opposite, you're either surprised and disappointed, or you're disappointed, but you're also not surprised at the same time. Yeah, I was hoping Sega would do some cool things, like, I don't know, some mini games that maybe took advantage of the Switch 2's mouse control. Some, like, Switch 2 exclusive levels, probably, for both Sonic Generations and Shadow Generations. But the fact that even then you have to pay full price for it, it's just like, it's honestly not good enough, Sega. Like, honestly, it's just not good enough. Seriously. And by the way, if you already have experienced this game on Switch 1, chances are, if you do decide to buy the Switch 2 version, you're going to receive nothing. You're not even going to get anything. Like, you're just going to get those same two games, up the resolution, increase the frame rate, that's it. I know I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it has to be like, I have to make this clear that this is what you are receiving. You're not receiving anything else. Now, look, who knows? Maybe during the time when the Switch 2 version was out, maybe there might be some DLC that might get announced for Shadow Generations and Sonic Generations. Maybe some new levels. Maybe a further extension to like Sonic Generations. Maybe a full-on classic Sonic Generations. I don't know. I'm just speculating at this point. But if also as well, if you have never even played Sonic Cross Shadow Generations as well, honestly, it is the best game ever. And honestly, if you're looking for a Sonic game just to, test the waters to see if you like it, definitely try Sonic Cross Shadow Generations first before you go out and just experience the wider world of Sonic games as well. And you've got Sonic Rumble and Sonic Racing Crossworlds also coming out as well. I'm definitely looking forward to those both. But if you were to, like, let's say, colour me surprised that Sega has just done nothing, I would answer to you, no. I would honestly not be that surprised by it, at least even once. Because, sometimes Sega does good and they win, but unfortunately, this time around, it was a big, stinky L on Sega's part. Now, granted, I hope maybe Sega does reconsider this, but at this point, it's pretty much going to feel like it's going to be locked in place that this is just what we're going to be getting. But who knows? I'm still going to hope that there'll probably be DLC. There might be some cool new content they might have planned for the Switch 2 version at a later point. But I'm not holding my breath to it, let's just say that. Disappointed, but I'm also not surprised at the slightest.